Hello again, YTPC. Mark back with you. Welcome back to the channel. December 4th, Wednesday. I am continuing my Pure Virginia series. To be quite honest with you, I would have much rather did this in the summer, but I didn't think about it. I'm not enjoying smoking these Pure Virginias as much in the winter, but I'm going to work my way through it. I'm not smoking these like throughout the day, just doing this series on my channel. Definitely not a straight Virginia smoker in the winter for sure. They dictate a much, as many of you know, you really have to take your time with these Virginias or they won't behave well. You'll get tongue bite. You'll get all the usual, rough edges. And in the wintertime, I really just want to come out here and just load up and just hit it hard. You can't do that with these. But anyway, I'm not hopping on tobacco reviews for this blend. I've smoked this blend for quite a while now. What I have, I think, is almost 2 years old. I've had it jarred up for over a year. Smells absolutely amazing in the jar. What I get a little bit of grassy hay out of it, but not as much as you would expect being a Pure Virginia. I get quite a bit of fermentation, dark fruit, really. It is a darker flake. I think they use more reds than lights. You can see some lights, but it's very comparable to Capstan Blue. This stuff smells absolutely amazing. It actually smells better than that. I don't know what, and this is a Mac Baren as well. Mac Baren makes Capstan Blue. I don't know what the process is with this, but they definitely keep it to themselves because, in my opinion, there's not much that compares when it comes to straight Virginias to this. There are many good ones. I've tried many good ones. That one, I don't want to let the cat out of the bag too early, but that one it almost just kind of stands alone to me. But it's comparable to HH Pure Virginia. But I think generally for me, I can smoke Capstan Blue fresh right out of the tin, and it's good. Where HH Pure Virginia, I almost have to have a little bit of age to it to mellow it out a little bit. It does have some rough edges, fresh, not aged for me. But it is a good blend for sure. I keep it in my rotation. Generally, I think I had pretty much 4 straight Virginias in my rotation. That's going to get bigger after I've started doing this series because I found, well, Peterson Flake was not in it. It will be now, which is kind of a contrast compared to this. Peterson Flake, I think they use more lighter Virginias. You get more of the natural hay, grassy, bready. You get all that out of that. You get some out of this, but this has that dark fruit fermentation kind of aspect to it, which is good. It's that's why you want to have different types of Pure Virginias in your rotation because they're different. But yeah, this time of year when it's colder, I have less patience than normal, even when I'm smoking my pipe, and that does not bode well with Virginias, whether you have them aged or not. Hmm. Retrohale on this is awesome, as it is with many of these other straight Virginias. I kind of almost am in an agreement with Rinky Dink. If you watch some of his impressions on his impression of this blend, HH Pure Virginias, it's just kind of boring to him, and I can see where he's coming from with that. With a lot of these straight Virginias, if you're used to smoking, which I am, if you're used to smoking, Burleys, some stronger blends, and that's what you smoke regularly, and you go to something like this, it's it is a nice change, but at the same time, it's just too mellow, really. But generally, I think that's why I like to categorize these straight Virginias as summer blends for me. But don't get me wrong, I enjoy them. They are in my rotation. They will stay in my rotation. Hmm. This has enough age to it now. Like I said, it's probably a year and a half to 2 years age on this, and you do notice a difference with even a year of age on it compared to just getting it, smoking it out of the tin. I would go as far to say you really don't want to get a fresh tin of this and smoke it. You really want to get some age to it to really get the full what it can be, I guess. Mm. A little Mr. Braga Ricci, it smokes Virginias very well. Little smaller bowl as far as diameter. It's got a little bit of depth to it. It's probably a good, like if you're smoking a Virginia, you're taking your time, you can get a good 45 minutes out of it. Found this at the Chicago Pipe Show last year, like a total bargain. I think I paid like 35 bucks. Mr. Broggs, they're not pricey pipes by any stretch, anyways, but man, it's just the rustification, silver band on it. It was just a beautiful pipe for the money, and it smokes wonderfully. Mm. I'm contemplating whether or not making a trip, maybe today, take the hour drive to Arlington Heights and pick me up a few more pure Virginia blends that I have not tried, and they always carry St. Bruno. I'm debating that. Like as soon as I'm done uploading this video, just getting in the car, making the trip. I don't really have a lot planned today. Um, this here, I opened my last tin of Capstan Blue and jarred it today, so I definitely need to find more of that. So I will be going over that, Capstan Gold, and probably a few more to conclude this series and put together a top 5, which will be pretty difficult because all these I'm trying are really good. And there's so many just really good pure Virginia blends out there. Many that I have never had. Some I probably will never have. Who knows? But yeah, this stuff here, it's behaving really well for me. Probably due to the age. I try not to reach for this real often because this is all I have. That's the other thing. I'd probably like to get a couple more tins of this, but I generally smoke this very periodically because it's, for one, like I stated, it's not something I want to smoke all the time, but when I smoke it, I really enjoy it as long as I keep it not an everyday type of smoke, just something I reach for once or twice a month. It really comes through for me. It always does. Plus, I want that age on it. I want to try to preserve it. That's the best way to do it, obviously. But I really hope what's going on with Mac Baren, or with the STG Mac Baren, this blend, they preserve this blend and they keep it in their line, all the HHs, but I don't think we have to worry about Capstan going anywhere at all. That's got to be one of their top selling brands. So I'm not going to really go hard at that, storing it, stockpiling it. I'll keep some, but you kind of have to be a little strategic with this thing because that's really what's frustrating to me with what this is going on, because everything, you don't know. You just don't know. Everything's uncertain. What lines are going to stay, what's going away, what's going to stay. So anyway, I'm going to continue with this Straight Virginia series. I was really looking forward to talking about HH Pure Virginia because it is one of my favorites. Sure many of you probably had it. You can give your comments, what you think of it. And we'll see. I might go and get my hands on a few more today. But I hope everyone enjoys their Wednesday. As always, keep them lit.